Automation saves you time. You know that. But it also saves you money and precious energy. It takes out room for human error. Trust me, when you're juggling a lot of things, eliminating this in a few areas of your business can go a long way. And last but not least, automation can support and make your customers and potential customers feel important and know that you care. I'm Amy Porterfield, ex-corporate girl turned CEO of a multi-seven-figure business. But it wasn't all that long ago that I lacked the confidence, the budget, and the time to focus on growing my small but mighty business. Fast forward past many failed attempts and lessons learned, and you'll see the business I have today. One that changes lives and gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible. One that used to only exist as a daydream. I created the Online Marketing Made Easy podcast to give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're an ambitious entrepreneur or one in the making who's looking to create a business that makes an impact and a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Online Marketing Made Easy. I'm your host, Amy Porterfield, and today I'm sharing a replay of one of my most popular episodes all about automation with a little twist. So since this episode first aired, the landscape of automation in business has transformed really in exciting ways thanks to the rise of AI tools. So these advancements have elevated what's possible, making the strategies you're going to hear today both easier to implement and more impactful than ever. So here's what this means for you and what I want you to remember as you listen in today. Automation isn't just a luxury for businesses anymore. It's a necessity if you're serious about growing and showing up for your audience in big, more meaningful ways. And if you just heard that and thought, this sounds like extra work and I don't have time to change what I'm doing, so maybe I should just skip this episode to save time. Let me stop you there. You, my friend, are exactly the person who needs automation in your life. So give yourself permission to slow down and really lean into these automation strategies. Take the time to explore and test new AI tools and figure out what works best for you. So this small investment of time and effort up front will simplify your workload and pave the way for bigger, better results in your business for years to come. And trust me, I'm not judging you if you had that thought, like, I don't have time for this. I can't change what I'm doing. I got to move on. I've been there. There was a time in my business when I thought everything was working just fine. And I believe my success came from sheer hard work and out hustling everyone else. I hate to admit that, but it's true. I'd pull all-nighters week after week. And honestly, I thought this was normal. I thought this was like a badge of honor. This is what everyone else who is successful, this is what they're doing. But here's what I learned. It doesn't have to be that way. And I certainly don't want that for you. And here's the thing. I have seen entrepreneurs who have come before me and after me build their businesses in different ways that didn't focus all on hustling to get there. And so believe me, this is very real and I do not hustle anymore. And you might say, yeah, but Amy, don't you have to hustle to get to a place of success? Then you can slow down. No, you do not have to hustle any part of the journey. I really do believe that. I know enough now to know that was not necessary and it actually was a detriment. So that's why I feel so strongly about re-airing this episode to make sure it reaches as many ears as possible and inspires you to take action, helping you avoid the overwork and burnout that so many big-hearted entrepreneurs face. So thanks to the strategies I share in this episode, I now work a 4-day work week, and I don't feel like I have to hustle with every new project that I take on. And I think this is all possible because I took the time to automate my core business. So I'm living proof that once you slow down and take the time to set things up, automation saves you time, energy, money, and sanity. I really do believe, I think the mindset part of this is the most important. So it allows you to work smarter, not harder, and frees you up to focus on the parts of your business that truly matter and that really light you up. So I want you to dive into this episode with excitement because these strategies are good. Now, we're going to cover everything from automating your emails and lead magnets to scheduling your social media posts and weekly content, and even setting up standard operating procedures, SOPs, that will keep your business running smoothly. Plus, I'm going to share some of my favorite tools. I know you love when I share my tools for each of these areas. Tools I've used at different stages of my business that now integrate with AI. When I recorded this episode, I didn't talk about that part. So think about this. When I name a tool, they definitely integrate with AI to make automation simple, affordable, and incredibly effective. By the end of this episode, you'll have actionable steps to start automating your business. So let's dive in. First things first, why the heck should you spend time automating your business? I get it. When you think of putting systems into place to automate your business, it sounds like a lot of work up front. But done right, it doesn't have to be a ton of work. Plus, speaking from experience, the earlier you can set up systems in your business and get things running without you hands-on, the better. So even if you're a brand new entrepreneur, don't go anywhere. This can help you at any stage of your business. Okay, the benefits. Automation saves you time. You know that. But it also saves you money and precious energy. It takes out room for human error. Trust me, when you're juggling a lot of things, eliminating this in a few areas of your business can go a long way. And last but not least, automation can support and make your customers and potential customers feel important and know that you care. Now, before we jump in, I also want to mention that I'm sharing a little bit of what we use now to automate and what I've used in the past to automate. Some of the automation I currently use within my business is something that wouldn't serve you if you're just starting out or early on in your business. So these tools I'll offer you today are ones that will really relate to where you are now. So here we go. Let's kick it off with talking about email automation. Before I share the first strategy, I highly recommend that you consider only checking your email maybe once or twice a day, or if you're really good, only a few times a week. And if you do that, these strategies will work like a charm. So the first strategy is to set up an autoresponder to be sent outside of the times where you check your email. In the email that you auto send, you'll say something like, "Thank you so much for reaching out. Your email is so very important to me. I do want you to know that I only check my email," and then state the days and times that you check your email, "so you can plan to hear back from me during those times. However, I also wanted to provide you with a resource that might help to answer any questions you might have in the meantime." And this is where I would actually encourage you to create an FAQ doc or a web page, and you can put it right in the email or link to it, answering all of your most common questions. So maybe you answer questions like what products you currently have available or when your products will become available again. If you have a business where people can schedule or book appointments or sessions with you, maybe you include that scheduling link, which we'll talk about in a moment. And you can even share it if you're currently taking on clients, booking to be a guest on podcasts, or willing to collaborate. The list is never ending depending on your business. I would then wrap up the email saying, "I hope these helped to answer your question. However, if they didn't, please respond back to me and I'll get back to you the next time I check my inbox." While you'll still need to personally respond to some emails, and stay tuned because I have a trick up my sleeve to speed that up as well, this should help to minimize inbox overflow. All right, let's talk about this trick to speed up your response rate on those lingering emails. You've probably heard of something called canned responses, but I prefer the term guided responses. I'm not a huge fan of sending a canned response without any personal touches. So I take the most common questions or email replies that we send, and I create a guided response for each one. And guided means it's just that, a guide. You can still add a little personal touch to it, even if it's just one sentence. And you can pretty much create these in any email platform you use. Google, Spark, Help Scout, which is the one I use. And they all give you this option to put in these guided responses, and you can pull them up easily each time you want to use them. All right, Last little strategy for automating email. It's a platform called Boomerang, and it served us well in the past. After all, if you're anything like me, you love to get to inbox zero each day. And with Boomerang, you can mark an email in your inbox to go away and come back another day when you're ready to tackle it. Get it? Boomerang. You can also pause emails coming into your inbox for a period of time, track emails and get follow-up reminders. So if you email someone and you don't hear back, the email will return to your inbox for you to handle. Boomerang offers a free option, a $5 per month option, and beyond. So you can check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. All right. I know we spent a lot of time on email, but it's because it's such a big part of your business. It's important and easy to get under control, especially early on in your entrepreneurial journey. Oh, and I'll speak to this a little bit later, but having a VA, a virtual assistant, work on your emails once a week for a minimal amount of time is a wonderful way to ease into having a virtual assistant. All right, moving right along, let's talk about automating social media and weekly content automation, which, let's be honest, is an essential part of owning a business and growing your email list, but can also be a pain in the butt. The best benefit of using a social media automation tool is that it gives you the opportunity to plan out your weekly and monthly social media all at once, rather than constantly having to be reminded of it, a burden that can be avoided. Batching, anyone? Well, there are so many options available for platforms that allow you to do this. I'll give you a few of them here. Let's start out with some of the free platforms that seem to work well for budding entrepreneurs. Later, Later, and Buffer, Buffer, both offer free plans with limited use features. If you're just starting out and you need something to take the daily social scheduling off your hands, these are great options. You can also move into paid options with more features as your business grows. If you have a little cash to put towards automation, these scheduling platforms might serve you better. For starters, Hootsuite. This is a platform that we used for a long time. Like many of the other platforms, it gives you the flexibility to manage social media activity all in one place. Plus, it offers analytics and makes it easy to keep tabs on all moving parts of your social media accounts. The platform we currently use is GainApp, GainApp, which offers some more advanced features. Plus, when we work with contractors or agencies, it makes it easy for everyone to access the content. At the end of the day, you have to choose the social media automation platform that suits your needs best. Just be sure you look for something that will support you in having a consistent social media presence and allows you to schedule ahead and across multiple platforms, and ultimately makes your life easier. Now, I know I've already mentioned email automation with Boomerang and other strategies, but that was about managing your own inbox. To support your automation efforts further, I want to talk about managing emails from your community, aka those who sign up for your lead magnet and get on your email list. Fun stuff, right? When you collect names and emails, whether that's through someone signing up for your lead magnet or your email list, or even purchasing one of your products and now they're on your list, you need to have a database of all of your potential customers and paying customers. And surprise, surprise, you want to email them on a regular basis. That's where I like to suggest ConvertKit. Inside my business, we currently use Infusionsoft, and we've used them for like 12 years now. However, if you're just starting out, or if you're in the first few years of your business, I believe that ConvertKit is a better solution to get you started. And the bonus is that you can grow into all of its features and bells and whistles as you scale. ConvertKit is software that will manage and optimize your customer life cycle through marketing and sales automation funnels. And the cherry on the top, they're extremely affordable. Just another reason I love to suggest them to my new entrepreneurs. Now Not only does it house your email list, it also allows you to tag incoming subscribers, as well as other fun features to optimize your email list and your email marketing. But all in all, this is a wonderful email service provider to start with to get your email list automated. On top of that, you can pre-write and pre-schedule your email broadcasts so you don't have to do it in real time. Hello, schedule flexibility. That means that when you're enjoying a little staycation, but you're still wanting to remind your audience of that epic blog post or podcast that you just released, you can still get it into their hands without breaking that at-home pedicure you scheduled for yourself. All right, time to talk about standard operating procedures. It sounds so stuffy and corporate, right? We call them SOPs. Why are they important? Well, listen, before you skip ahead, stick with me. These seemingly unimportant docs will actually save you a lot of headaches down the road when you hire and scale your business, which you will. Now, I won't spend too much time diving into these, but I'll give you the rundown of how we create these in my business. Anytime we have a new system or process that we're creating, like automating something, we require somebody on the team who's ever responsible for this, who's ever working on it, to create an SOP, meaning we write a Google Doc with step-by-step instructions on how to perform the task at hand. Now, the SOP includes all the instruction, and also at the top, we say how much time it takes for this task, why we do it, and then, of course, the written instructions, along with any images needed if appropriate. So creating SOPs ensures that if you have to reset something or perform a weekly, monthly, or yearly task, you don't have to start from scratch and try to figure it out as you go. Instead, it's going to be all written out for you. And if you bring anyone on, say a virtual assistant or a new employee, you can task them with this and they can use the SOP to be efficient. And that means you don't have to show them how to do everything from scratch. So I'm going to tell you right now, SOPs feel like a pain in the butt until they're not, meaning slowing down, actually creating them. No one likes to do that. However, if you do this, you never have to start from scratch and you don't have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. We like to house all of our SOPs in one spot on Google Drive so that they're easy to access. Okay, now for my favorite and most fun part of the automation conversation, hiring out these tasks. And yes, I just said fun because hiring a VA or employee or thinking about growing your team should be a fun thing to think about. The cool thing about every single task we talked about today is that they can be passed to a VA for just a few hours, if that, per week. For as little as 5 hours per week, a virtual assistant could schedule all of your content, answer all of your emails and questions, set up your automated weekly emails, manage your inbox, and help manage your schedule. You'd simply give them the SOPs to help support them, and there you have it. They take care of the daily and automation tasks, and you get to spend time in your zone of genius, just like we envisioned at the very beginning of this episode. All right, my friend, if you're multitasking, come back to me. Let's talk about your action steps, the steps you're going to walk away with from this episode and implement. And my challenge for you is to start to implement within the next 7 days. Here's what you're going to do. I want you to decide on one automation process that you can set up in the next 7 days. Start simple and build from there. Within the next week, you will set up one really good, valuable core automation tool that will allow you to step away from your day-to-day menial work and instead focus on the things that matter most in your business. Deal? Okay, to hold you accountable, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to jump on Instagram, send me a DM, and tell me which automation tool you're going to implement in the next 7 days. I want to hear from you because listen, I cannot wait for you to spend more time creating and doing the things that you love. Cheers to time and schedule freedom. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye for now.